I went back to school because of a video game. But the weird part is, it wasn't the magic, the combat, or even the story that convinced me. It was just going to school. So I started playing Hogwarts Legacy because I wanted to turn my brain off for a while. I wanted to explore Hogwarts, fly around on a broom, learn some spells, and just enjoy the fantasy of finally getting the Hogwarts letter I never received as a kid. I did not expect the game to make me enroll in college, but somehow that's exactly what happened. There's something about walking through Hogwarts that makes it feel just exciting. It makes school feel exciting. You're surrounded by classrooms, books, professors, students, hidden rooms, and just things waiting to be discovered. Every class teaches you something new, and every assignment unlocks a new ability. And the more you learn, the more the world opens up to you. Obviously, real school does not involve learning how to turn someone into an exploding barrel. Somewhere between attending classes, wandering through the library, and completing assignments, this game really just gave me the school bug. It made me realize that I actually missed learning, and not because my job required it, not because something broke and I had to figure out how to repair it. It's just like because I genuinely wanted to grow. I'm 30 now. I work a full-time job. I have kids. I got a mortgage, responsibilities, and about 1,000 different things fighting for my time. And I'm also trying to build Loose Feather Studio. Over the past several months, I've been slowly turning it from an idea into something real. I formed the LLC. I created products. I started working on a book and a game that are slated to come soon. I built a website, set up the business email, and recently I just sent out my first real client proposal. And the further I got into building this studio, the more I realized that creativity was only one part of it. I also needed to understand marketing, business, communication, strategy, and how to actually get the things I create in front of people. And I had thought about going back to school before, but always kind of felt like something meant for another version of my life if things went different. The woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, couldas. But maybe if I had more time, maybe if I had fewer responsibilities. But playing this game, Hogwarts Legacy, made something click. In the game, your character does not begin as the greatest wizard alive. You're actually behind everyone else, which is kind of hilarious. You're starting as a third year in the game, and you're just like, almost too old for the school you're in, right? And you join Hogwarts, and you start attending the classes, completing assignments, and little by little, you become more capable, more so than even the other students there. And that idea hit me harder than I expected. So maybe being behind did not mean that I had missed my chance. Maybe it just meant I had some catching up to do. So I started researching schools and programs, right? I found a marketing management program at a college that's close to me, and it really lines up perfectly with what I'm kind of trying to build through Loose Feather Studio. And that way my stuff doesn't get created and just sit there stagnant, right? I need a way to move these things and knowledge to do so. So I completed the FAFSA, and after waiting to see what would happen, I checked my account and saw I was admitted. Kind of bizarre. I had officially been admitted into college, and it still feels strange to say that out loud. I've spent most of my adult life working, and even my high school years working as well, solving problems and taking care of people and just trying to keep everything moving forward. So going back to school was definitely not part of the original plan, but neither was starting a studio, writing a book, making a game, trying to just build something of my own. And maybe that's the point. Your life does not have to follow the original plan. Sometimes a new quest appears and you decide to accept it. I know it won't be easy, right? I'm still working full time. I'm still trying to build this studio and raise a family. And there are probably nights when the last thing I want to do is open a textbook or complete an assignment. But I also know the end goal and why I'm doing it. I want to become better at building the things that I believe in. And I want to prove to myself that I'm still capable of learning, changing, and moving forward. And I want my kids to see, it's never too late to choose a new direction. You can always pivot and do something else. That's the great thing about our lives and the society we live in is you're really not stuck as the person you are today. And sometimes, honestly, a lot of people get kind of caught up in that, but let's use that as a reminder of something we've forgotten, and that's you're not stuck. You can constantly change the person you are today. You don't have to be tomorrow. You can role play, cosplay, fully change yourself. It doesn't matter. You have that decision, and it's fully your choice. But Hogwarts Legacy, man. I'm losing my words here, but it reminded me that I miss learning. It just really reminded me that being a beginner is not something to be embarrassed about, and somehow pretending to attend a fictional school gave me the push I needed to attend a real one. So I never got my Hogwarts letter, but I did get accepted into college. So yeah, I went to school because of a video game.